Hello and welcome to this class for tight shoulders. If you tend to have a stiffness in the upper back or just tight across the neck and shoulders, this is a great little session for you to take to release some of that tension and get a bit more movement and mobility going through the back. We're going to start sitting down on our mats. So if you're comfortable sitting cross-legged, that's great. Otherwise, you might pop a pillow or a blanket or a block underneath the hips to lift yourself a little bit higher. Take a moment before we begin to move to bring your awareness to the space that you're practicing in, to the here and now. Take a deep breath and exhale out through the mouth. Let's begin to release that tension first by tuning into the breath. Take another deep inhale in through the nose, filling the lungs up with air, and then sigh it out through the mouth. Good. We're going to begin nice and gently. So start by drawing the right ear over the right shoulder, feeling a stretch across the left side of the neck. If it feels good, maybe bringing the hand onto the top of the head, not pulling here or putting any pressure on the neck, just allowing the weight of the arm to go into the stretch. Let's release the hand here, left ear over left shoulder now. Notice how this side feels compared to the other. Again, maybe left hand coming onto the right side of your head. Just allow the weight of your arm to get deeper into this stretch. And then releasing the head down. Good. You're going to draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze the shoulders up as close towards your ears as you can. And then we're going to release them, just drop them. Allow them to be heavy. Again, inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, release. Nice. Loop the shoulders now forwards, up and back. So as we begin to bring movement into those tight parts in the body, that's when we can find some release. Take your circles the other way now. Reverse the direction. One more time here. And then relax the shoulders down. Let's bring the right hand down into the mat. We're going to inhale to lift that left arm up, sit up nice and tall. Find a length through the spine. And then as you exhale, think about going up and over with the hand, reaching towards the corner of the room. And then release. Left hand down. Inhale. Let's take that right arm up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale. Gentle side bend here. One more time to each side. Inhale, lift, exhale, we bend. Allow your thighs and your hips to be heavy, anchored down into your mat. One more time. Inhale, take the right arm up. Exhale, find this side bend. And release both hands down. Right, we're going to come onto all fours now. So rolling over the ankles, come onto the hands and knees. We're going to take our cat-cow stretches. So when you're ready, let's inhale to drop the belly. Take your gaze forward, broaden across the collarbones. And then as you exhale, try and lead with your tailbone. So tuck the tailbone under, gently pull the belly button up, press into the hands, maybe the head bows down. Inhale, coming back through your cow stretch. Exhale, arching through the back, pressing into the hands, find that lift, that C shape in the spine. Or if you've come into cat-cow many times, then please freestyle here. If you want to take the hips into a circle, or I like to call a skipping rope of the rib cage, then just take whatever movement is going to feel good in your body today. Otherwise, we're going to take one more here together. Exhale, rounding through the spine, belly button pulls up, and then let's come into our neutral position. We're going to do a couple of twists here. So let's start by bringing the right hand up towards the ceiling, open your chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to reach your hand through the gap between your thigh and your forearm. Come as far down as feels comfortable. You might be quite high here, or you might be able to bring that shoulder down all the way to the mat. Don't worry, wherever you get to, still a great release. Inhale, let's take the arm up. Exhale, send the hand through. Nice. One more time. Sorry, let's change sides. Take it, the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach that hand through. Inhale, in through the nose. Exhale, out through the nose. And then bring the left hand down. We're going to tuck the toes now under. Spread the hands, connect the fingers into the mat as you lift the knees up. Coming into our first downward facing dog. So take your time here. If you don't want to come into a downward facing dog, feel free to come into a child's stretch or puppy pose, any variation that feels good. Pedaling through the legs, the feet. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then we're going to walk the feet up to meet the hands, come into a forward fold just for a minute. Relax the head and shoulders down, maybe give the head a shake no. Give the head a nod yes. Let's clasp the elbows, and then you're just going to sway your upper body side to side over the shins. Maybe give the jaw a wiggle. That's where we tend to hold some of this tension. Ragdoll position here. And then we'll come back to the center, release the hands down, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your knees deeply as you roll up to stand. Really nice. Maybe you feel better already. I feel that bit more relaxed. Okay, if you're working on a yoga mat, you're going to come towards the front of your yoga mat now. Keep a nice wide base in the feet today. We're going to inhale, take the arms up, maybe palms touch overhead, but don't worry, keep the hands wide if you are feeling tight in the shoulders. On your exhale, we're going to forward fold. Bend your knees as deeply as you need to. Maybe belly comes to thighs. And then you're inhaling, lifting up halfway, fingertips on the shins or the thighs. If it's available to you, fingertips down on the mat. Pull the shoulders back, nice long spine. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, coming up to stand, palms touching overhead. Let's release the arms alongside the body. We're going to go again. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, release the hands down. This time we're going to stay down. Bring your left hand towards the middle of your mat, or if your hand can come onto a block, great. Let's sweep the right hand to the lower back. We're beginning to bend the left knee as you straighten that right leg. I'll come to face you. So notice my left knee is bent, right leg is beginning to straighten. This is already a deep stretch for the legs. Maybe you begin to open your chest to the right, pull that right shoulder back. And then release, bend both knees. Let's switch hands. Left hand coming to the middle now. That's right. Swim that left hand to the lower back. Begin to straighten the left knee, bend the right knee. Open your chest to the left. Send your breath to any parts of the body you're feeling this. This is really intense for that outer thigh. And then let's release both hands down. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go again. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time let's bring the hands onto the mat. You're going to step one foot back and then the other into your plank. Pause here for a minute. Then lower the knees down. Lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, send the tailbone high. Stay here for 3 breaths. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then let's look between the thumbs, step or walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Hands touching overhead, hands coming to heart center. Good. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. We step the feet back. Now, if you're not feeling like taking these vinyasa transitions, then feel free to skip them or modify however feels good for you. Otherwise, we lower down onto the belly. Inhaling cobra. Draw the shoulder blades softly down the back. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. We're going to bend the right knee, step that right foot up between the hands, back heel lowers, warrior one. Take a moment to find your positioning before we come up. Find your balance. Inhale, rise up, reaching the arms up overhead. Again, let's keep the arms nice and wide today because we're practicing for a tight upper back. Check your foundation, so give your feet space on the mat, nice and wide. Press into the outer edge of that left foot, front knee drawing forward. On your next breath out, we're going to bend the elbows, so draw the elbows out, coming into the cactus shape with your arms. And then we're going to close the elbows together, forearms to touch, maybe chin comes towards the chest. And then inhale, pull the elbows back, shine your heart forward. And close. Good. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we close. This is our last one here. Inhale, pull the elbows back. And then exhale, release the hands outside of the right foot. Step that right foot back. Left foot forward, right heel down. Take it straight to the other side. Rising up. Check your positioning, your foundations first. Draw that left knee forward. And then again, elbows drawing out and wide. Cactus arms, a good stretch across the chest. Let's close the forearms together. Feel that space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Exhale, we round. Inhale to open. One more time here. Keep bending that left knee. Elbows coming back. And then release the hands down to the mat. Step that left foot back. Let's lower knees to chest or half push up to chest through chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or maybe high cobra if that's feeling comfortable for your back today. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. Gazing between the thighs or maybe between the ankles. Really connecting through the hands into the mat. Inhale, exhale. Let's look between the thumbs, step or walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, maybe palms touching now. Come through a gentle back bend. Exhale, release the hands to heart center. Hopefully we're feeling a little bit warmer. Good, let's go again. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale, let's plant the hands down. Step back, plank pose. Take it through your vinyasa of choice. Inhaling as you lower. Keep that inhale into your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe come through the knees as you lift up the hips. Stay here for 1 more breath. And then let's step that right foot between the hands, back heel lowers. We're going to spiral the arms up, coming into warrior 2 now. So find your positioning. Don't worry if you've come up to standing and you need to rearrange on the mat. Let's press that right knee out so it's tracking over the second and third toe. Notice where your back arm is in space. Reach through the fingers, so lots of energy through the fingertips. And we're gazing over that right middle finger. Relax the shoulders. Maybe relax the jaw. Good. We're going to flip the front palm now. Inhale, reach the fingertips forwards, up and back. And then a little bit different than maybe our typical warrior flow. We're going to bend the right arm and bring your fingertips to the middle of your shoulder blades, almost like we're cradling the head here. Keep strong in your foundations. Take 1 more breath. And then we exhale, return to your warrior 2. Right forearm on thigh, or maybe right fingertips down to a mat. We'll block left fingertips up. Let's lift up and out of that right forearm. We're lifting and lengthening through both sides of the waist. And then rising up. Good. Give the wrists a little circle, and then we'll cartwheel the hands down, framing the front foot. Slide the right foot back, take it through your vinyasa. Inhaling as you lower. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the left knee now, left foot comes between the hands. I'm going to turn on my mat so I can continue to face you. Right heel lowers, inhale, rise up, warrior two on the other side. Check your positioning. Looking for heel to heel or heel to arch alignment between the feet. Check that back arm is nice and lifted. Breathing here. Rooting down through the feet, connecting into the earth. Let's flip that left palm. Inhale, reach the fingertips forwards, up and back. Right hand resting on the thigh. And then we're going for that bend in the left arm. Fingertips, if you can see, just reaching towards the middle space. It might be behind to the back of the skull or the back of the shoulder blades. Feel that nice stretch and open across the chest. And then we'll come back up. Bend the left arm, left forearm on thigh or on the mat. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Energy through the right hand. Take one more breath here. And then we'll rise up, coming back into warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, frame that left foot, slide the left toes back. I'll come back in line. Knees to chest or chaturanga to upward facing dog. Inhale, we lift. Exhale. We're going to tuck the toes and then we're going to sit the hips back, coming into a child's stretch. So you can have your knees together or take the knees out wide, keeping your big toes to touch. Send the hips back. Reach the arms forward. Breathing here. Allow your hips to become heavy, lengthening them closer towards the heels. And then with every exhale, allow the shoulders to become soft. Releasing any tension in the neck, the upper back. Take another deep inhale, feel the back of the rib cage expand. Exhale, we release. Good. And we're going to just lift our gaze forward and then slide forward back onto your belly. So take your time here, coming back onto our belly. Come onto the tops of the feet, and then we're going to bring the hands slightly off of our mat. You can have the palms down or come up onto the fingertips. I'm going to go for 3 lifts into a king cobra. And we're going to inhale to lift the chest, press into the fingertips and lift the elbows. Come as high as feels comfortable. If your lower back begins to twinge, then maybe engage the glutes a little bit more. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, we release the head and chest down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Imagine that your breath is like the wind on the waves. Moving your spine. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we release. And if that's not comfortable, you can bring your hands back under your shoulders for a cobra. Release back down. Beautiful. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Let's press ourselves back up to kneeling, and then we'll swing the legs around. We're going to come to lie down on our mat. So take your time coming to lie down. We're going to set up for a easy bridge here. So heels closest towards the sit bones, feet hip width apart. We're going to lift the hips up. If you have a block, you can pop the block under your hips for a supported bridge. Otherwise, we're pressing the hips up. Keep drawing the knees forward and drawing the knees together. Don't feel like you have to come into the highest, deepest bridge you've ever come into. Just any sort of lift here is great. Take another deep breath in. And a long exhale out. Inhale. And exhale, we release the hips down. Let's take our arms out wide into a T shape now, or cactus shape. And then you're going to draw your knees in towards your chest for our supine twist. Let's take the knees over to the right and then press the left shoulder blade down. If the knees up close to the chest is too strong, then draw them away from the body. You can press the left shoulder down and maybe we take our gaze over towards that left hand, left fingertip. Breathing here. This is a wonderful release for any lower back tension. Squeeze the thighs together now. Engage your core to lift the knees back up to center. Take it to the left. Right shoulder blade pressing down. And then again, if it feels comfortable on your neck, you can take your gaze over to the right side of your mat. Breathing into any tight spaces you feel in your body. With every breath out, releasing, letting go of tightness and tension in your body. And then let's bring the legs back up to center. Give the knees a squeeze up towards your chest. We're going to finish with Shavasana. So if you have a couple of minutes to come into this final pose with me, please, I invite you to do so. If you need to dash, no worries. Maybe just take a few moments to close. Let's extend the legs out long, arms alongside the body, palms gently turning up. Letting go of any control of the breath now. Allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And with every breath, just feeling the upper body, the back soften. Let go of any tension in the neck, tension in the shoulders, melting away. Maybe close the eyes. Grab a blanket if you're at home and you've got the time. Stay here for as long as you want to. And then when you're ready, we'll gently come to lie on our left-hand side. Use your hands to push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Hands can be resting on the knees, in the lap. Take a moment to notice how you feel now after your practice. Let's take one more deep breath in together and a long exhale out. I hope you enjoyed this practice with me. Thank you for sharing your time. Have a great day.